Hi everyone, it's Debbie with BookAndBuJo, where I talk about all things books, bullet journals, and stationery. Today I'm setting up my October reading journal. Please join me. To start with, let's go ahead and flip through some of the early pages, my yearly trackers, as well as have a look at how I did in September. So I have my 25 in 2025, and I'm not sure. So there's a couple books on here that I'm going to be reading in October. So Return to Edan and Hellbent. I did finish Empire of Silence and marked that one off already. And I think that's it. For my D20, I did get Night's Shadow for October, but nothing else. And then have not kept up very well with my classics or my nonfictions. I've been reading them, just not the ones I have listed. Then we have my Prime. I guess I didn't need quite as much space as I thought. I have been reading some. You can see when I've returned them and checked out new books, but not as many as I thought I was going to. But I do have two on for September, which is the Pumpkin Spice Cafe and Hooked. So I'm hoping to get both of those finished because there's one for October that I want to read that is on Prime. And then my Year in Aldia. And then underneath there, I have what everyone did. So I did get Gemina. I do need to switch this one. I did switch that one. Book with a purple cover, I switched to Blood Promise because I'm going to move the Raven Scholar to October instead. And I did finish The Scary Book of Fairy Tales, and I am currently reading The Fire Next Time. Let's see, I believe I have Green for Karasu. Then Luminara, I have orange, and then Castian is blue. So Castian went from 8D to 9D, and he did finish that one. And if you watched my TBRopoly, you know he's heading to 10D next. And then, oh, I should put this down here. Makes it a little easier when I have the key on the same page. So he did finish 9C, and we'll be moving to 10C. Ariel did finish 9B and is heading to 10. And then last one, Luminara. She is heading to 10. Go. Yeah. So 8, there we go. All right, so those will basically, by the end of the day, those will all be finished because the Fire Next Time is super short. So we'll finish that today. And we have a Readathon, which I am caught up on. My 52 book club, I have 4 books left to read, and one of them is on my October TBR, and that's the Chalice of the Gods here. This one is a book set in autumn, which I have multiple on my TBR for September and October, so I should be able to get that one finished. I could use Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I also have Long Live the Pumpkin Queen, as well as Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands. I believe takes place in fall because it's September and October, and I'm currently reading that one as well. So I need a book related to the word puzzle and an author that releases more than one book a year. Actually, I was going to use Pumpkin Spice Cafe here, but I could also use Bengali. I think there's a couple other authors I was looking at that I could use. Stephen King also, I think. Yeah, so I'm almost done with that one. That will be done by the end of the year. Our Fantasy Bingo, I'm doing really well. I have gotten quite a few prompts done there. And then, of course, I just finished the Horror Bingo Readathon. I was very excited about that. And I will leave this video linked in the cards above that goes through all of the books I read and what the hard mode was and all of that. And then I have my year-long readathons, just keeping track here. See, I did just finish The Scary Book of Fairy Tales, and I finished Reckoning. And then Pumpkin Spice Cafe I still need to read, and the same here, same book for those. And I've definitely been keeping up with my book trackers, how many books I've been reading, what they all are. I do need to work on my reviews though. And then I did fill up both of these pages and both of these pages and this one, and I'm working on this one. So I'm up to 210 books, but again, a lot of them are short. There's some that are 49 pages, some that are 25 pages, but I also have some that are over 1,000 pages, so it kind of averages itself out. My Bible reading book tracker is coming along nicely. I'm currently reading in chronological order, so all of the Old Testament and then the New Testament. And then I have my verse of the month, so I do need to update this because I only have through July on here. And then my key. I have all of the books that I've read on my Kindle so far. And I've actually gotten a couple read that I had when I first set this up. I wrote down a few of the books that I wanted to try and read. And I do have a couple of those, and at least one more is on my list for, oh no, I have 2 on my list for September. So it's Hummingbird and Love and Friendship. And Love and Friendship is super short, so that'll be easy. And 5-star reads, I've not been keeping up with this because I haven't been keeping up with my reviews, so I do need to come back in and fill this out. My book club books, I've been doing really well with those. I'm currently working on The Fire Next Time, and everything else I've read already. And then for October, it'll be A Time of Blood for the Ketchup Book Club. I do need to put the October books in here. And then into January, so let's go ahead and move on up to, so I already updated my Herkied tracker you saw in my last Herkied update, and I will link that up in the cards above for you as well, but I did get through all of that. And nothing new there. And now for September. So I do need to come in and fill out my stats, but that will be later. And then I have all the books that I've gotten from the library, all of the books I have read already. So I have read all of these, and I'm going to start again up here and work my way down. I am currently working on, let's see, I finished the Bone Witch. Oh, I colored in the wrong square on that one again. I keep doing that. Okay, so I read that one here, and I finished it here. I see that square, and I just want to color it in. So I'm currently working on Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands, Blood for the Forest, and then I just started The Fire Next Time by James Baldwin. And I should be able to finish that one today. But I don't know if you can see in pencil all the books I still am supposed to read and have not gotten to yet. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to get to all of those, but I'll give it a try. And we have my TBRopoly. I definitely am not going to get to the story of Oog. I moved that to October. Dead Stars, I will most likely move to October just because it has the word stars in it. And for one of the readathons, you get a bonus point for that. And then I did finish everything else. So it's just those 2 that I didn't get to. And I still have not started To Green Angel Tower Part 2 by Tad Williams for the 3 Swords Along. So I'm going to have to move that to October as well. But I did finish that one. And then we have the book clubs. So I finished all except for the Thomas Howell Book Club or Reading Anxious People, and I have not started that. Probably won't get to it. Currently reading The Fire Next Time. And for 10 Incarnations of Rebellion, I have not started that one yet as well. I may start it before the end of the month, but I may push that to October also. The Raven Scholar, I'm going to push to October. And actually, the host, Welsh Reader, is also moving that to October for her to read, so that works out well. Finished Buzzwordathon and the Back to Book Trail Challenge with the Reading and Writing Life. Almost finished with Adventures in Aldia. I'll have this one finished tonight. I still need to read Pumpkin Spice Cafe for TBR Knockout, as well as for Sufferathon. TBR Trail, I did finish everything but the activity. I did not do the activity, but I did get to 3 of the Centaur prompts, as well as the Asbury prompts. Scientific September, I have 2 books I still need to read, and I may or may not get to them. I will probably get to Hooked, but not The Last Stand of the Golems. For Everbloom Academy, again, I'm not going to get to Dead Stars. Long Live the Pumpkin Queen, I may get there. Moon Dwellers, we'll see. I Had the Fates, probably not, and I'm currently reading that one, and we'll get to that. So this one, I did pretty good. I did finish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the prompts, so I'm happy with that. For Cryptid Creatures Readathon, I did get a bingo, so I'm happy with that. And I may or may not get to the rest of these. We'll see. I may also be able to switch some of these around with some of the books I already have read. Probably not Book with Pirates or the Desert Settings, but some of the other ones I might get to. Readathon Rebellion, I've done really well. I've done every single prompt all the way up to info gathering. So I have 6 prompts left, and one of them is one of the objectives. Objective 4 and then 5 other prompts. And I should be getting pretty close on that. The Objective 4 book. This one's a really short audiobook, so I should probably try and prioritize that one just so I at least get all of the objectives done. But the Fire Next Time is a side quest, so I will get one more of those done as well. And Emily Wilde's, where is that one? Oh, it doesn't look like I have Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands in here, so I might be able to swap that prompt with one of the other, or swap that book for one of the other books in here. Not that one. That one I'm reading now. Maybe that one? It's actually been moving somewhat fast. Probably not that one. Supernatural Element. I possibly could use Supernatural Element. So I might be able to put it in here for the training prompt. And then this one's a non-reading prompt. So I might be able to move it there. All right, Season-a-thon Academy with Completely Melanie. I have The Fire Next Time, which I'm working on right now, and that will get me the first 1, 2, 3, 4 prompts. That's the last one I have for the required 5 prompts, and then I have 2 others that I would like to get to. I have already started this one, so it's just Hooked left. So doing good on that. Then we have Aldia, Magical Readathon, Aurelium. And this is Ariel, and for Master of Elements, she has 2 books left to read, which should be the next couple that I get to. That's the same one as this one, and that's all. So she just has the 2 books left to read for her main callings that she graduates with. This one is extra, so if she gets to it, great. If not, then that's fine too. For this one, these 2, I can definitely use one of the Guild Emporium scrolls and move those to October without any penalty. And then Archivist, I'm currently reading this one. I have 1, 2, 3, currently reading that one, 4. So there's 4 books I still need to read for Karasu, but no, actually, no, it's just these 2. These ones were extra. So it's these 2 that he graduates with. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 5 books, but 2 of them he's already started. So not too bad. Again, I can move the 2 if I need to with a scroll. For Luminara, she's actually doing really well. She still has quite a few books to read, but this is kind of her first go through here. And if she needs to move some to the next month, then that's okay too. And she has enough points to get a scroll. And then for Castian, he's actually, my little slacker boy, he's actually doing pretty good. He's completed Psionics and Divination, which is great. He still has Alchemy and Spells and Incantations, a little bit of Art of Illusion, but he's doing pretty good. He also had the least amount of books. So he had 16 books. Luminara had 18, 17, and 15. So actually, Ariel had the least amount of books. That's why she only has 2 left. All right, so that is all of September. So now we can get into some supplies before we move into October. So I do have my A4 kind of ledger style Archer and Olive notebook with the white paper, dot grid paper. And then of course I have my good old standbys, my sticker assist mat, my tweezers and my scissors, my alien eraser, my ruler and glue stick, correction tape. Those are my normal guys. And then, oh, and my pencil with this, it's a little nubby pencil which is super cute. And then it just fits into this really cool pencil holder that you just screw on, and it makes it so easy to write with. It's great. Like, I can't even get this in the pencil sharpener anymore. I have to use my little art knife and cut away at the pencil so I can still use it. Okay, brown and orange, maybe a little bit of green in there, and I've got my Bright Tech dual color gel pen in the green and the orange. I have a mild liner in kind of a darker orange, and then I have my Papermate Ink Joy in the 0.7 in the brown, and then I have an orange and a brown in my Pentel Touch brush pens. And then I have a bunch of different papers from Journal Say in kind of this fall, pumpkin-y, somewhat steampunk style papers that I may use. And then I also have my Mystical Ephemera book, which has some really cool stuff, great stickers. And then I have the Black and White Poets Society washi tape, as well as just kind of this random gold one that I found. And I have some items from the Archer and Olive Halloween box that I may use. Let's see. And then the washi tapes are the other ones I may use. So this is the washi stickers. So I may use some of these because they're kind of fun and nice and Halloween-y. Got the branches, which are also the washi stickers, and spider webs. And then I do like these too. The blue ones aren't really quite the aesthetic I want right now, but some of the other ones would be nice. That did not want to open. Okay. So those are the washi stickers. This is the washi tape, and you get the 3 different sizes, and these ones are kind of fun. Do like those. We do have the glow in the dark markers. I may use the orange, but I think it's going to be too bright for what I want. All right, so that is all the supplies that I plan on using. So let's go ahead and get into the setup. My Helix circle maker and my Sarasa Zebra vintage brown clip pen, gel pen. And now for a final flip through. So I have my stats page on this side, and we'll see how the little glow in the dark pen does. I have books I'll get from the library, and then the books that I read, and then when I read it, so my little calendar. And then my TBRopoly page, and my book clubs, readalongs, year-long readathons. There's still a couple I'm waiting to find out what the books are. A World of Words just put up the poll, and one of the options is Alchemized, and so far that one is winning, which is great because that is also the book club book for Me a Princess, Shut Up, and that one's with Vish. So I'm kind of hoping for that, so then it's the same book for two different ones. And then we have The Long Walk. This is kind of my cheat sheet for that. So The Long Walk Readathon with The Bookish Drummer, and I will put in all of the information here for each of the different roles, I guess you could say, page count moves that I do. And then for This Witch Reads, I will either print out a tiny little book cover, not so I don't cover up the prompts, or I will put them in this little section here. I just want to leave as much room as possible for The Long Walk. And if I need to, I could put in a little tip in here, just in case I need more room. And then we have TBR Harvest. This one's the Tombs and Tomes, and I did leave this one up so I can write the information underneath it, and then I will color in the different things as I go. For the pumpkin patch, I also left room in case I get multiple rolls, and then I'll put the information here. And this one is a poll pick. So I think the two books that I'm going to use for this, and if you would like to vote in the comments down below, help me out with that. And it's The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde or Hellbent. So I'll need to read 51% of the book at night. So let me know which one you think I should read. The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde or Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. And we have the Spooktober Readathon, and again, left room because we're going to have, once we reach the haunted house on October 18th, then we will have a different game to play on this side, which is team-based. So I will try and do as many as possible here, and then I will leave this side open for that when we find out what it is. Relax and Readathon, and I will just fill in the information here as I go. We have the Bewitched Spellbook. So I have all of this room for it, but I also left this one as kind of a tip in case I need all of that extra room. And then we have Gothtober and all of my prompts here, and I will just color in the little square once I get to them. And I did have fun with all of these Archer and Olive washi tapes. They are just so cute. And it'll be fun at night because they glow in the dark, and I usually update my journals at night before I go to bed. So that'll be kind of fun. And then we have the Halloween Weekend with Books with Lexi. And I also did the tip-in for this one. I have this entire spread in order to fill out the information, but there are 5 rooms, so I want to make sure I kind of have 5 sections. And if I need to, I could put in another little tip-in or something. I will mark out the route that I take and then what the different prompts and everything are. And I thought, for some reason, I thought I got the ghost too, so that's why it's kind of colored in. Haven't gotten that one yet. I am here. But my next roll, I will definitely, unless I get a 1, I will definitely hit it. And then my Fabelin spread. This is basically the character setup information. So my character, my occupation, and the weapon that I have, and then the books I need to read for that. And then this is just open to whatever information we get, which actually for me will be tomorrow. You will be seeing this after the fact, but September 29th, she will put out the first part of the Fabelin prompts. And then that's all I got. So please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any other planning or bookish content. And let me know down in the comments, again, my poll pick, which book you think I should read, whether that is The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde or Hellbent for TBR Harvest Pumpkin Patch. And let me know if you are participating in the TBR Harvest, which board you picked, if you did the Pumpkin Patch or the Bingo boards or the Tomes and Tombs. I would love to find that out. And if you made it this far in the video, leave some kind of bat emoji in the comments to let me know that you were here. And until next time, keep reading.